The majority of applications can display their content in both portrait and landscape layouts, depending on how the phone is being held. Here are some examples. I'll bring up Safari, the web browser of the iPhone. As you can see, the content on the screen is laid out vertically. But if I rotate the phone horizontally, the layout will change to landscape. The same applies to photos and videos. This behavior relies on an accelerometer that is built into the phone. The accelerometer measures the direction of gravity. So the idea here is that the layout will change according to how you hold the phone relative to the ground and not necessarily relative to your eyes. It can be helpful to remember this principle, especially when the orientation changes unexpectedly or without you having meant it. If you wish, you can have the display fixed permanently in portrait mode so that content will be laid out vertically, regardless of how the phone is being held. To make it so, bring up the Control Center and tap the Orientation Lock button. From now on, the layout in all applications will remain vertical, regardless of how you hold the phone. You can release the lock at any time by turning off the orientation lock in the Control Center. One of the core abilities of the iPhone is multitasking. It's what lets you run several applications simultaneously with the option to switch between them whenever you need, just like on a home computer. This allows you to do things like start playing games exactly where you left off, leave GPS applications running in the background, or have some music play while you perform various tasks. Here's how it works in practice. I'll go into the Music app and start playing some music. Now, let's say I want to work on an email. I'll press the Home button to get to the home screen, launch the Mail application, and start working on my email. Maybe now I need to check the weather, so I'll go ahead and do that too. As you can hear, the music continues to play the entire time. So the Music app is still running in the background. And in fact, so are the other apps I've launched so far. If I need to switch between any of the running apps, I'll double-click the Home button. This will invoke the App Switcher, which will display the list of running apps. I can flick the screen to browse through them. And when I spot the app I want to switch to, I'll just tap it. Here's the Music app in its current state. If I need to go back to Mail, I'll invoke the App Switcher again, tap the Mail app, and I can continue working on my email exactly from where I left off. Multitasking also works during calls. So for instance, while I am talking, I can go to the home screen and launch the application I need to use, or I can invoke the App Switcher and switch to an application that's already running. This ability is handy when you need to find information you'd like to forward in a text message to the person you're talking to, review an email, or perform any other useful task during a call. And whenever I need to get back to the call screen, I can invoke the App Switcher and tap the Phone app. Or I can also tap the green Touch to Return bar at the top of the screen. There are apps you may require to run in the background almost all of the time, but there are occasions at which you should perhaps consider closing an app. The reasons for that can be if you finish using an app, or if an app starts behaving strangely and won't respond. To close an application, invoke the App Switcher, lay your finger down on the app you wish to close, and drag it upward out of the screen. When you're done closing the apps you needed to, you can press the Home button once to go to the home screen, or you can tap the app you want to switch to. Many iPhone apps have the ability to notify you of new events, even if you don't have them running. For example, maybe while I'm browsing the web, I receive a text message. A notification shows up at the top of the screen, and if I want to address it immediately, I'll just tap it. This will switch me over to the app that sent the notification. If I receive a notification of something that is not important to me at that time, I can just ignore it, and it will disappear on its own after a few seconds. For as long as a notification hasn't been addressed, the icon of the related app will display a red badge on it, indicating that you have new events. This badge will disappear from the app's icon after you go into the app and check the new events. Notifications appear for a brief period of time, and you only have a few seconds to respond to them. If you miss your chance to react to a notification, you can of course go to the home screen, look for the app that sent it to you, and launch it. But in addition, you also have a much faster way to see the missed notification and reach the related app. Slide your finger down from the top of the screen. This will pull down the notification center, no matter where you are. Here you'll be able to see the missed notification in the All section. Tapping the notification will immediately take you to the related app. The Missed section is for those notifications that arrived while the phone was asleep. To get out of the notification center, simply slide your finger up from the bottom of the screen.